Today, I'm with a very special guest, my best friend. We have been friends for about 14 years now. Our other bestie, Idina, couldn't join us today, but it's okay. I'm really excited because today I'm going to interview my best friend about conflict and how to manage it. Let's go. So hello. Okay, can you introduce yourself to the audience because they really want to know you?
Hi, everyone. My name is Hanajha, short for Hani. Basically, I am a student in IIUM, foundation study in the Gambang. I'm a student in pharmacy course, and right now I have already finished my foundation and waiting for the intake into degree. So during my foundation studies, I was a part of HRC, which stands for Hisbah Representative Committee, which is basically a club under our hostel management. So we are the one who start to plan the events for the students at the hostel level.
Okay, thank you. So let's start with our first question, shall we?
Let's do this.
Yeah. Okay. So the first question is, what kind of problem usually happen between students in the hostel?
Well, the problems between the student is basically our job is more to event planning, but there are certain cases of, it's not basically hysteria, but it's more about mental health problems. So sometimes there's cases of students suddenly shouting because our hostel is 5 floor. So sometimes the student at the higher level tends to scream and shout, and it causes disruption for the whole entire hostel. So we, as the HRC, Hisbah Representative Committee, if it happens on our floor, we have to notify our fellow or warden, as we call it. Or maybe sometimes if it's at other floor, we have to inform the other HRC for that floor because we are divided into floor. Mine is level 4 actually. So in case the most recent one is the case with the level 5 student. There was a level 5 student that started to go depressed, and she starts to scream, and then there's a case of almost wanting to jump actually. So we have to notify the fellow on duty and the fellow of the Hisbah, and then basically we are the one who needs to make sure the situation is under control before the fellow can come. So that is mostly about the conflict because we are more to event planning.
Yeah. So what happened to the student? Is she okay?
She's basically fine, but just I think she needed to go to lower room, maybe to the lower floor. That's all.
Better for her. Okay, let's go to our next question, which is, what do you do when two students argue in the hostel?
So we are very lucky because we are foundation. So basically everyone is basically the same age, unless they are from the academy, IIUM academy. Then that one will be a little bit older than most of us because they have, after SPM, they will go through a series of course like that to maintain their Al-Quran proficiency, stuff like that. So they will be 1 year older. So basically when you are surrounded by people who are almost the same age, there's not really any conflict other than maybe the most cases maybe about hygiene, but there's no conflict really. So we don't have to really tend to that type of cases.
I see. Okay. So our third question: have you ever helped solve a problem between roommates, and how did you help? What did you do?
So between roommates, there's not really any problem because, like I said, we are basically almost the same age. So there's not really any conflict. But mostly between roommates, they know how to tend to themselves because, of course, we are 18, 19, so we're already mature. Most of the time, maybe conflict between roommates, we just help to give them. Maybe if they come to us for, what do you call that? Maybe for support or maybe for questions. If they have questions between maybe how to manage with each other, maybe hygiene with each other. So there's basically not much that we do, but that's all lah.
See, that's actually help a lot. And okay, maybe this gonna be our second last question. How do you stay fair when you help with a problem?
So usually when there's a problem, we have to listen to both party.
Yes.
We can't just, this party say this, so we just hold on to this person and we don't hear the other person. So first of all, we will listen to both of the party, and then after that we maybe discuss with the fellow, because after all we need mature opinion. And after, maybe the fellow give their advice, and then we give our own input, and then we talk back to the people, to the residents, and then hopefully the thing will be solved.
Yeah. Okay. It's going to be our last question. Our last question is, how does talking nicely help to solve the problem?
People tends to, people don't like being scolded. People don't like, even as a student myself, when someone scolds us, it will become like, oh no, I don't want to listen to this person, because they just tends to shout, they just tends to scream. So when we talk nicely, it will become like, they will become open-minded, more open-minded, rather than, maybe this person just wants to scold me, and then they just close off from us. And as HRC, we have to be open, we have to be easy to be approached. So that is why we have to be kind, we have to be soft-spoken. So that is how it solves the problem actually, because it makes it more open-minded and more accepting of the input that we give.
Okay, I see. So I think it's actually really a good opinion of you about our questions today. So I think that's all for today, and thank you so much for answering my question. Thank you.